Welcome to Pride Professionals, the place where we talk to masters of their craft with Hofstra connections, and they share the essential elements that got them where they are now. Listen and learn from the best in their fields to gain insight on what it takes to be a pro. Today's guest is Gabriella Marinelli, here on Pride Professionals.
Hello and welcome to Pride Professionals. I'm Danny DiCrescenzo. Have you ever wondered what it takes to be a world champion? Today we have a special guest, senior dancer on the reigning world champion Hofstra Dance Team, Gabriella Marinelli. She and the team recently picked up a gold medal in the 2023 International Cheer Union World's Championship, representing the United States in the Premier Pom Division. She will tell us all about how they won gold. But first, we talked to some of the other Hofstra Dance Team's leaders and found out how they prepared for Worlds.
The usual practice looks about 4 to 5 hours for our normal weeks. We spend a lot of time just preparing for whatever we have going on that week, whether it's an event on campus or something like our Worlds routine. We just work on that within the time. Sometimes we're here a little bit longer than expected, but when we're working towards a bunch of different goals, that's what's expected of us.
Sometimes we do technique and other things to make sure we're warmed up for our skills, and then we like to head into our routines that we do. And then we either do conditioning for those routines or just practicing on those skills.
Just getting locked into that mindset is super easy when you're really dedicated to this whole program. Coming straight from class, it's exciting kind of just to get here, especially when we have something like Worlds Pom to be working on. You just have this energy all day to get to practice because we're so determined to start working towards these goals as much as we can.
Every practice is a little bit of a mix of things. We always start with a stretch. Right after our stretch, we focus on whatever university events we have coming up, and then after that's over, we're gonna jump into our Worlds Pom practice. As I was ending my day, I saw on my phone that I had a missed call from a number from Tennessee. And I know from experience, because we've done this before, that if you get that phone call, that means you were chosen. I was just happy, amazed, shocked, like somewhat relieved, because we've been wanting this for so long. So a lot of mixed emotions, but super excited and couldn't wait to tell the team. We had a competition coming up, so the team was gonna be together, and we love to take team pictures, so I thought it was the perfect opportunity for them to all be gathered, ready to take a picture.
We were taking a team picture, which is like totally typical, so none of us really thought anything of it. And then Coach Kelly was like, for this next one, you're gonna say U.S. National Pom Team. And we were all just in such shock, like our jaws dropped, like it was just a really cool feeling.
I was honestly in shock, and I didn't really know what it meant at first.
Some of them didn't really understand what was going on, so our seniors were totally shocked, jumping up and down, like amazed. Our backline freshmen were like, what? What is this? What are we doing?
You could see in our reaction video, most of us were kind of just standing there in shock, except our captains knew what was up. And so they started freaking out, and then everyone was kind of just looking at each other like, wait, what does this mean?
I was ecstatic. I honestly couldn't believe that this was happening. It's been a dream of mine since I was a baby, honestly, to even compete on a college level. So knowing that we get to represent the country is just insane.
I'm known for having very over-exaggerated reactions, but with that I would say every moment of it is so genuine because I have so much love and passion for this program. So to now like go for something a little bit bigger is just super awesome, especially in my senior year.
I think that the drive is definitely a lot stronger now because now we're not just representing our school, we're representing the whole country. So we're really going for it this time.
So usually the spring semester is more of a relaxed time period of the dance team, and now it's not. We're constantly grinding out and working on this routine that usually we stop in January, and now we're doing it till April. So our Worlds routine is very athletic and intense. There are tons of tricks, tons of turns. There are backflips, there are front aerials, jumps, turns, you name it. We're probably upside down every second of the routine.
We are a team that wants to put in the work. We know what it takes to get to the top, and that just takes lots of time and lots of practice, dedication. When it's prior to competition, we do practice basically all day with just small breaks here and there so that they could eat and get a little bit of rest. But that's really the key to success, is not just the hours of practice, but that dedicated practice.
We're always working at that top level, national champion, world champion mindset all of the time. It's natural for us to always be working as hard as we can.
We're definitely each other's #1 support systems, and it has to be that way because what we go through is so demanding. We're constantly yelling for each other. If you see a teammate that looks down, like, you're yelling for them, and we're all working together to get the goal. We compete as a team, and at the end of the day, it's not the Brook dance team or the captain's dance team, it's the Hofstra dance team, and now the U.S. national pom team.
Never stop working for your goals, always stay disciplined, always just keep going for everything 110% and just never quit.
With hard work, like, you'll get to where you want to be, and this is where pretty much all dancers want to end up.
Keep working for it and don't stop, whether that's dancing or that's another sport or whatever it is, just keep your eye on the prize and keep working for that goal.
My #1 piece of advice for anybody that wants to dance in college is to start now, keep building towards those goals, and really never give up. If you could be the weakest one in the room, but keep striving and go for those goals, because it's cheesy, but if you put your mind to something, like, you truly can accomplish anything.
And we are here with gold medalist Gabriella Marinelli. Now, can I call you Gab?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
So, yeah, my first question for you, how old were you when you started dancing?
So my mom actually put me in my first dance class when I was 2 years old. It was ballet, just a fun little recreational thing at the time.
Yeah, now I think all of us athletes go through our point, you know, we do it in high school, we do it in middle school, and then we get to a point where it's like, okay, I can either keep doing this or, you know, I'll call it quits, retire at the end of high school. When did you figure out you can keep dancing at the collegiate level?
To be real, it probably hit me while I was here. I was never like the best dancer, but I always could rely on my work ethic and my determination to get to my end goal. So it just took a lot of, you know, working really hard for my goals while I was in high school and just taking chances on myself and saying, well, you know, you don't want to come out of this saying, what if this happened? So in my senior year of high school, I was able to audition for the Hofstra University Dance Team, and I'm lucky that they took a chance on me. And from there, that's when I realized, you know, I got to keep working for it. You know, once I made the team, I still had such a long way to go. So it definitely took a while, but I just knew I had the work ethic to keep going and was determined to do it.
So to what extent was dance a factor why you chose Hofstra?
So I had actually chose Hofstra before I made the dance team, but I always loved the dance team, so it would be a bummer if I didn't make it, but I was coming here for the communications school, and it was like, you know, what if I could make the dance team, and it was a great opportunity. So I was definitely exposed to the dance team world and how great Hofstra was, and that's kind of how I heard about Hofstra, but I was committed here before even making the team. Now,
we just heard your coaches and your captains talk about the bond that the dance team has. Can you talk a little bit about the camaraderie of the squad?
Yeah, I mean, this year especially, we had a very close-knit squad. We just all have such a great bond. We understand each other, and we all have the same goals in mind. And at the end of the day, that's what keeps us going. We have long practices. Our weeks are like never ending. We have long intercessions, but we all have to be there for each other. And this team proves to you that teamwork does make the dream work.
Now, at the world's level, everyone is showing up at their A game, you know, because you got chosen for Worlds. You're supposed to be the best of the best. How do you distinguish yourself at that such elite level of competition?
I mean, it was so surreal competing at that level because we had USA written across our chest. We were no longer just representing this small school Hofstra. And at that point, we had to prove to so many people what we were capable of. And we are a very trick-heavy team, and we are so lucky that my teammates worked so hard to make sure that they could always go hip over head, like Brooke said in the package. So that is something that keeps us ahead of everybody else, is our skill set and having the energy from the beginning to the end of the routine, never allowing the audience to look away.
Now, your team is very successful. I'm trying not to be distracted by the clatter of the rings on your fingers. But what did it feel like to win a world championship?
It was so surreal. It just standing on the stage with Japan and Finland as the top three, that was something, that was an amazing moment, but even better that we got to sing the national anthem for the entire crowd and just be so proud to represent this country. It really just proved to us that we could do it after coming out of nationals as second place in the POM division. So just, it was to prove to ourselves that we worked hard for it, we're capable of it, and we earned it.
Congratulations. Now, I want to move from Gab the dancer to Gab the student. So what are you studying here at Hofstra?
I am a video, television, and business major with a minor in journalism.
And you're graduating, obviously.
Yes.
What are the plans after that?
So I will actually be going to ABC with GMA3, What You Need to Know. I will be working with the producer and assisting them in all of their bookings, the package shoots, and the production rundown. So I'm very, very excited. That's been a dream of mine for so long.
That's amazing. Congratulations on that as well.
Thank you.
How would you say that you talked about work ethic. Would you say the work ethic you really put to practice on the dance team helped you in your studies and your career?
Well, that is one of the reasons that I wanted to continue dance while in college. It is something that keeps me in line and keeps me always reaching my deadlines. I know that I can't ever slack off because right after class I have to go straight to dance, and then after dance I have a strict amount of hours before I could go to bed. So it just keeps me in line, and yeah, and it just, all of the skills that I use on the dance team and that the coaches have instilled in me goes into how punctual I am in my classes and how driven I am.
Now, I would be remiss if I didn't bring up the fact that you're not just a dance award winner, you are a producer award winner. You won an award for Hofstra What's Life. You talk about that experience as you as an award-winning producer.
That was crazy. When I had gotten that email saying that I had won a Gracie Award, it just was so relieving to me because Hofstra Votes Live was a lot to take on in the fall semester. I didn't really know until I got there, and here we are booking guests from all over, sending reporters out to live shots and putting together huge 4-hour rundowns. But the fact that other people appreciated the production and it had a large reach really meant a lot to me.
Now, really quickly, what advice would you give to somebody who is joining the dance team as a freshman?
I would just, wow, that is hard. Just don't be afraid to take chances, and it'll get hard, but definitely communicate with your coaches and your teammates about what's going on in your life, because you're not alone and other people feel the same way.
Now, that is excellent advice. It surely would have helped me if I was a freshman and if I danced, because we'll see that I'm not the best dancer. And we caught up with one of Gab's teammates, Isabella Daza. She shared her dance team survival kit. What she carries in her backpack may surprise you.
I'm Isabella Daza, and I'm on the Hofstra University Dance Team. And we just came back from our U.S. national team win in Florida. And these are the items that are in my bag. We actually won at nationals that took place in January. This was for our POM, which we got second place, so this is our silver. And then our gold in game day, which was the first year we actually won the game day division. And that feeling was just like no other, hearing your name get called on stage, that you won game day when you've been trying to get that title for the past 3 years. It's such an awesome feeling. This is our team backpack for our USA national team. We were given this bag by the USA team so that we could all match around in Florida. We put everything in here that we need for our day-to-day when we go to practice, competition, everything. So the next item in my bag is an orange Gatorade. These are one of my favorite drinks. I only drink the orange one. What's good about these is it has electrolytes in it, so if I'm feeling like tired that day or almost like about to pass out with the heat and everything, I always make sure to keep a Gatorade on me and get those electrolytes. The next item I keep in my bag is a TheraBand, and a TheraBand is used during stretch. We use it to stretch out our feet, stretch out our legs, anything to get that extra deep stretch and pull with resistance on it. So the next item in my bag is my team rings that we actually won. These two are from our palm dances, and this one is actually from us winning our U.S. national title. So it's important to always carry these around because big events, when we go as teams, we always like to show off our rings on our hands. The next item that I have in my bag is my warm-ups. These warm-ups are our USA warm-ups that we wore as a team in Orlando when we represented the U.S. national team. What's important about warm-ups is every time you put your costume on, you must put your warm-ups on over them to make sure your costume doesn't get dirty before you go on stage. Another thing about warm-ups is they keep you warm at all times, so you want to make sure you always have your pants on, especially for your leg muscles. The next item in my bag is hairspray and hair ties, and it is always important to have hairspray and hair ties on you because you always want to make sure your hair is pulled back and out of your face at all times, especially to get those flyaways away. And something that's also very important with hair ties is we actually put our hair ties on our palms to have an extra grip when we're dancing so our palms don't fly off of our hands. The next item in my bag is this bow, and these bows we use to compete. We always put them in our hair, on our buns, especially for palm style. We always have a bow to match our costume. So the next item that I keep in my bag is yoga blocks. And yoga blocks are super important to have at all times because during our team stretch, we actually incorporate the yoga blocks. So all our stretches, we get an extra elevation for our legs to really get that extra deep stretch. The next item that I keep in my bag is my jazz shoes. And these are the shoes we actually wear for practice and for competing. So you gotta always make sure you have your shoes. So the next item that I keep in my bag is my palms, and these are actually our U.S. national team palms because they're red. Usually in a normal season, our palms are gold for Hofstra, but since we were red, white, and blue, we have red palms. And palms are special for the style of dance we do palm because these actually you have on your hands while you're dancing. So the next thing I keep in my bag is a Celsius, especially for those long days of competing and practice. You gotta give yourself a little energy throughout the day. So I always carry a Celsius on me in case I'm tired and gotta pump up my energy.
I'm back with Gab Marinelli, and I cannot believe I actually agreed to do this, but we are going to have a little dance challenge where she's going to teach me some of the moves that won them the World Championship, and I'm going to have to see if I can do them. The real test of mastery, of course, is that you are able to teach them. So, Gab, are you up to the challenge of teaching me?
I'm so excited.
A complete dance amateur, so without further ado.
So let's start with the beginning, the opening arms. So you're going to start with your feet together, and you're going to have your hand kind of like, well, we always use fists because in palm we always have our hands in fists. And you're gonna have this right arm across your shoulder, like kind of on like your collarbone more, like up here, yeah. So like, yep, there you go.
Okay.
So like this. And then this arm is great. So we hold, it starts on a 5-6. We hold 5-6, and we open to a high V, and we jump out on 7, and close it into a clap on 8. Right, so we hold 5, 6, up, 7, 8.
Okay.
Good. So now we're gonna start by walking, and we're gonna go into a T. This is a T. Yep. So this is 1, 2, you close it into a front clap, 2, and so it's gonna come up to a box like this.
Okay.
Yeah. So you want your elbows to kind of squish together. Yeah, don't break your jacket though.
I was about to say.
And 3, you're gonna put your hands behind your head. Yep, and chin pop. So you're gonna kind of look at the lights.
Okay.
Yeah.
These
And then
pants are not good for dancing.
4, you're gonna step together. And your arms are kind of gonna come up to a goalpost. Yep, don't break your jacket.
Yes, I will not break my jacket.
And then you're gonna come down on 5. So we'll walk through that all again.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Right. So we come together, right? We're here on 5, 6.
5, 6.
Open up 7, close 8. Now T, 1, up, 2, box, and 3, up 4, and down 5. Awesome. We'll do it one more time.
Okay.
All right, you're not too bad at it. Ready? So we hold 5, 6, up 7, 8, and T. 1, 2, box, and 3, up 4, down 5. Awesome. So now I'm gonna teach you how to do a toe touch.
Oh,
Yep,
no.
that's something that our team does a lot. We love toe touches. We actually do a triple toe touch, but I'll keep it easier for you and just teach you how to do one. So we already have our arms down here. We're gonna have our legs in something called a plie. We're gonna bend down. And then when we come up, our legs are gonna split in the air, our arms are gonna stay in a T. Okay, so it's gonna look like this.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I think you could.
I might tear my ACL or my MCL.
I think you could at least try a little
I
bit.
can try. Okay, so like
You got
this,
it.
and then just.
Jump. Oh, that was awesome.
That hurt more than you think.
No, that was good.
I think I pulled a hamstring.
All right,
everybody.
we'll only make you do that once.
Okay.
Do you want to take it from the top and
Yeah,
we'll just
sure.
add that on?
Okay, sure.
Okay, so we go 5, 6, up 7, clap 8. So T, 1, front, 2, box, and 3, up 4, bring it together, 5, jump. Good, there you go. Awesome.
So does that mean I make the team?
We could maybe get you on the team.
Okay. But Gab, thank you so much for showing me those moves. I'm surprised it's better than I thought. And you represented Hofstra so well at the world stage, and just thank you so much for coming. And thank you so much to those in the audience for watching Pride Professionals. I'm Danny DiCrescenzo. Don't forget to come back next time to learn from another master of their craft.